It's hard to get focused. With internet era, it's hard to get focused. It will be easier to get more focused when you know where you're going in life. If I didn't put my timer, whatever notification I would get distracted. You can do it. If I can do it, you can do it. Come on. Hello guys, hello! Welcome back to my channel. My name is Miriam and I'm your friend. Welcome back to Healthy Habits. Today we're going to talk about how to be focused in life. One thing that I'm trying to master daily, it's how can I get more and more focused on whatever I'm doing, whether it's in my personal relationships, professional relationships, the tasks that I need to do, the goals, the dreams, everything. So I wanted to share it with you. So maybe with, some of you, it will help you. So that's why I wanted to share. Now, before I start, getting focused in this generation, I feel like it's so hard because we have so many things, we have so many apps, right? Whether it's social apps or not, so many distractions. It's hard to get focused. With internet era, it's hard to get focused. But it can be easier. The good news that it can be easier if few things I'll tell you how. It will be easier to get more focused when you know where you're going in life. Meaning, you don't need to know your final purpose in life because your purpose will change during each journey that you're in. But you still need to know where you're going, right? The journey, the end goal. Meaning, if your end goal right now in this journey that you're in it can be as small as, I want to be, which is not small, but I want to eat more, I want to be more mindful whatever I eat, or I want to go to the gym. I want to start that business. I want to start a project. I want to be there for my family, for friends. So it can be in your personal and professional life. It doesn't need to be one or the other. If you want to become a high performer, you need to be both, right? Because usually people, when they are focused on one thing, it's the other area of their life suffers. So here we find a balance. And also as a high performance coach, I help you to realize your full potential in both areas in your life. So when I'm telling you I'm trying to get more focused, it's in both areas of my life, not just professional, business, personal life as well. So when you know your goals, let's say that month, it's easier to get focused because you know what to do. If you don't know what to do or where you're going, of course it's going to be hard to get focused because all the distractions are going to be more powerful to you. It's going to be easier to get distracted because you yourself, you don't know where, what to do, where to go. So it's going to be normal for you to get distracted easily. But when you know your tasks, let's not even talk about monthly goals. Let's even talk about daily goals. What you need to do today. You woke up today. You need to be grateful that you woke up. What else? What else you need to do? You need to go to your job. Fine. Let's say it's 9 to 5, 8 to 4. Fine. What do you need to do after? Or if your end goal in this journey that you're in is to start your own business, even if you have 9 to 5, 8 to 4, whatever you work, what else you need to do so you can be closer to your goal, which is starting the business? Is it to study a few hours per day? Is it to learn a few hours per day or few hours per week? What works for you? I can't tell you how many hours or what do you need to do because I don't know your reality. I don't know how many responsibilities do you have. It will depend also whether you have kids or not, or you want to have future kids. If you want to have kids, you are married, not living alone, not alone. It depends. So unfortunately, I wish there was this magic thing that I could tell you that one size fits all, but there's not. It depends. It depends of each person. But one thing, it's one size fits all to get focused is that you need to have your goals, as little as it can be or as big as it can be, it doesn't matter. When I come, I'll tell you an example. When I come to the studio, I know how many videos I need to film, right? I'm like, minimum, I need to film 3, minimum. Some days are easier to film, some days are harder to film, depending. And I'm trying to be in my better state so I can deliver to you in a better way. But some days are harder than others. I'm human too. So I'm like, okay, minimum 3. Since I have that minimum 3 in mind, that's my goal. It's more easier to get to, so I can be focused. Because even if I'm at the studio, I still have my phone, I still have Instagram, I still have YouTube, right? It's going to be easier to get distracted if I didn't put the number in my mind and the topic is in my mind. But since I have those topics, it's easy for me to deliver it, to take action, to get focused. It's easy for me to get focused because I know what I need to do. So step 1 is to have your goals. The next step, it's like you need to allocate some time to realize it, right? So I don't know if I talked here, but I'm sure I've talked on Instagram that what I do is I have a timer that I use every single day of my life. Quite frankly, I can't imagine my life without a timer. And I'll explain to you why. So it's Pomodoro. I hope I'm pronouncing it right. If not, I'll put here. Well, I'm going to search for it because I don't want to be mistaken. Pomodoro, I feel like. Pomodoro technique. Okay. It calls Pomodoro technique. So, the Pomodoro... Wait... I limit screen time too, which I'm going to talk about. The Pomodoro technique is a time management method that uses a timer to break work into intervals. The word Pomodoro is Italian for tomato. I don't know how relevant it was. I was there, I read it to you, but now I'm thinking why it's called tomato. Anyway, so Pomodoro technique. I use 25 minutes and 5 minutes. Some people use 55 minutes, 5 minutes break, or 50 minutes, 10-minute breaks. You do you. You need to try and see whatever works for you. Again, this is not one size fits all, but it helps so much. Whenever I'm filming, right now I have my timer on my watch. Whenever I'm filming, I'm editing, when I was doing school things, I have my timer always on. Because that helps me to get focused, meaning that, okay, I have 25 minutes, I need to film a video in 25 minutes. If I didn't put my timer, whatever notification I would get distracted. This person calls me, oh, I would get distracted. This person needs my help, oh, I would get distracted. This phone call needs to be made, oh my God, I need to do it. I'm not talking about urgent things, If it's urgent, of course, I'm going to respond. But if they urgently need my help, whether it's through text or phone call, of course I'm gonna be there, but I'm not gonna get easily distracted. This helps me a lot. The things that I accomplish each day, it's because of my timer. And also because I worked on getting focused. It's because I worked on, being disciplined. It's not the timer will magically, make you this focused person. No, you need to work constantly. And I know that I have so much work to do, but it helped me so much. So far, knowing your tasks or goal, whether it's per day, per week, I'll suggest per day, the task at least, and your end goal in mind, with your end goal in mind, and then the timer. The third thing that helps me a lot is to limit screen time. So I don't know what with Android, I'm sure they have too, but with Apple, you can schedule downtime, meaning that all the apps will be off. Limiting, how it's called, time limit. Anyway, you know what I mean. I'm sure you know what I mean. Meaning that you will not receive notifications unless if you click on the app and you put available for 15 minutes, you click on it and and then it will go shut off automatically, and you can put the interval of the time frame that you want. Mines are usually in the morning time until midday, but this also helps me a lot, because whenever I see those things that my apps are not available, it's like I give myself a reminder that, oh, okay, it's time for me to, put aside my phone and do my own thing. It helps a lot. Again, you need to try yourself and see if it will help you. But with me, it helps a lot. That's why I wanted to share it with you. So far, daily tasks with your end goal in mind. The Pomodoro technique, 25 minutes on, 5 minutes break, or 50 minutes on, 5 minutes break, or 50 minutes, 10 minutes breaks, or 55 minutes and 5-minute break. I forgot to tell you that the cycle that I do every day depends, but I try to do 3 times and then I take a longer break, just because in 25 minutes I can get so much done that if I had 1 hour or more, even 2 hours, honestly, I'm getting done in 25 minutes the things that I would get done in 2 hours. So for me, it's okay if I take after 25 minutes a longer break, like let's say if it's lunch break, my walk time 45 minutes. And also it helps me to move my body. If you change your state, you'll change your mind, as Tony Robbins said. So I love moving. I love doing, other things and can come back. But if you're like, no, I'm the kind of person I need to get focused, like back more than 3 cycles of 25 minutes or 50 minutes, whatever it works for you, you do you. But for me, it's important to take longer breaks between. Honestly, with time, you realize yourself that you get done so much in 25 minutes that some people can't get done in 2 hours. So because of the distractions, because they're not focused, because they don't have their end goal in mind, because they don't have tasks that are precise. And the third thing that we talked about, it's the time management, time blocking thing on your phone. I forgot to tell you, with the timer, the Pomodoro technique, with the timer, I don't use my phone's timer. I have other timer that I bought from Amazon. You can buy it from anywhere, but it's important so it's not in your phone, because once you go and turn off that alarm or put that alarm, you'll have notifications. You'll click on the notification and the next thing you know, you're on Instagram for 25 minutes instead of getting your focused time frame. So that's why I don't have on my phone, and it's cheap, literally, but it's it's life changing. So I highly recommend to use other timer than your phones. Those 3 things are the main things, honestly, to get things done. Again, each one of those things you need to try yourself and see, but it needs to be as detailed as possible, especially the step 1, which are the tasks, as detailed as possible. Also with the timer technique, 25 minutes, okay, what you're gonna get done in those 25 minutes. Because doing multiple things at the same time, it's not realistic. It's even proven that if you focus on one thing, it will be more effective to you than multiple things like this generation does. So one thing, 25 minutes, you can do it. If I can do it, you can do it. Come on. And I don't want to hear the excuse, oh, I have ADHD, I have ADHD, I don't know what they're called. I don't care. I don't want to hear that, because now people are putting self-diagnosis on themselves without consulting a doctor. If yours is clinically and it's the doctor told you, I'm not talking about you, but you can get it improved. It's just, I can't help you with that because I don't have it, but I know that there are so many channels that can help you to get focused if you have it clinically, just telling yourself and putting the diagnosis on yourself, oh, I have ADHD, but it's not proven. And I never went to a doctor for that. For me, it's not it's not proven. So you might try techniques and hacks and tips and tricks to, actually get focused and see yourself that you actually can focus. But again, I'm not talking about if you are diagnosed clinically. It's if I try to stay away from things that unfortunately it wasn't my journey, or I didn't experience that, because you are always the person that you always can help to people thanks to the person that you were before. And there are things that unfortunately I want to talk about on this channel, but I don't, because I didn't experience that on my skin. So for me, it's like I can't talk about things that I don't know how it feels. I don't know what I do to get out of it. So that's why you'll never catch me talking about topics that I have no idea to talk about. Like, if I talk about peace, it's peace because I practice it. If I talk about gratitude, it's because I practice it. If I talk about how to get focused, because I practice it. So I always talk about things that worked for me personally. Now I know it's not one size fits all, but at least you can see other perspective. You can have other tricks maybe you didn't have before, and try yourself and see if it will work for you. If it doesn't work for you, fine. There are so many other channels, other YouTube videos that can help you. So I just wanted to make this clear. I'm thinking if there's something else besides those 3 things, how to get focused. The 4th thing, how you can get focused, is knowing yourself if you are more focused in the morning time, midday, or at night. Why? I'll tell you why. I noticed this whenever I started to work out, because I honestly started to try and see whenever I feel the more energy, whenever I don't feel the more energy, whenever I want to go and I can go to the gym or not. So I started to work out super early, a little bit late, midday, afternoon, and also evening time and night. I've honestly done it all because I wanted to see where I'm the most focused, when I want to go to the gym, when I have more energy to go, right? Well, let's be real, most of the time we go to the gym to have energy, but that's another topic. So I started to test it out, and I realized that in my reality right now, in this journey that I'm in, for me, it's more realistic to go in the evening time. Why? It's because I'm 5 a.m., 6 a.m., since I didn't put anything in my body as a fuel, meaning food, I can't push as hard as I want to be. And I always want to push hard myself because I'm in competition with myself. So it's hard for me to do a heavy leg day or a, heavy upper body day when I just woke up. That's just me. If you do you, that's good for you. In the future, that's what my goal is. One of my goals, to go not maybe 5, 6 a.m., but still in the morning time. At this point in this journey that I'm in, it's more realistic for me to go at night. It's the same with the tasks that you gotta do. Now, I'm not talking about your 9 to 5, 8 to 4, the way you need to do your job, right? Which, by the way, the Pomodoro technique you can even use on your day-to-day job. You're welcome. But besides the 9 to 5 or 8 to 9, because besides the 9 to 5, you need to realize when you're the most focused, because it will depend to each person. I'm more focused before afternoon. That's when I take my clients. That's when I work, that's where I work. That's when I film. That's whenever I do. I've tried filming also multiple, different period of time during the day. And I'm the most on my high performance in the morning regarding focus, right? So, but it doesn't mean I don't work in evening. Evening time, mostly I edit. But my peak task that I need to do, non-negotiables, I do afternoon as much as I can. So you need to know yourself. If you're not a morning person or you don't want to be a morning person, it's unrealistic to do the Pomodoro technique and get focused in the morning time when you don't feel like it, you want to sleep, right? So just know yourself. It will depend to each person. Try like I did, morning, afternoon, maybe evening time and night, just to see where you are. There are so many things that we forced ourselves to do and we can't, and then we ask ourselves why. It's because maybe we are not choosing the right time frame to get focused or to work out or whatever it is whatever you need to do in your life. And this you'll realize only with time. Before, I didn't realize why I don't have energy at 6 a.m. in the gym. Now when I travel, it's another story. I still push myself because I want to get done my workouts early so I can enjoy the rest of the day if I'm traveling. 4 steps or 4 ways how you can get more focused. You have it now. It's up to you what you're going to do with them. But it's going to be a game changer. I'm sure at least, few of them for you. So if we do a recap per usual, the first step would be to know your tasks. What are your tasks in your end goal in mind, whether it's daily or weekly? I'll suggest daily. Step 2 is the Pomodoro technique, 25 minutes on, 5 minutes off. The cycle repeat as much as you can, minimum 3 times. And maximum it needs to be 4 hours in total. That's what I've learned in high performance world. So maximum 4 hours. Now I'm not telling you to your 9 to 5 job only work 4 hours. No, it's like besides that, 4 hours. Number 3 is to limit screen time on your phone, not just telling yourself, oh, I'm not going to touch my phone whenever notification pops up, you touch it. No, literally go to your settings, search for time, limited time, and you'll find, and you will put the hours that it works for you. And the step 4 is knowing yourself when actually you can get more focused. Evening, morning, afternoon, before noon. You need to try and see it yourself. It will depend to each person. So those are the 4 ways how you can get more focused. I hope this episode was helpful to have more focus, get things done even more. And I hope you've learned a few things here and there. I hope you've learned a few things. And also I hope that you will use those techniques, because just learning and not doing action, it's not going to change. Nothing changes if nothing changes. So whatever you learn from this video or other videos about focus, practice and see it yourself, whatever works for you. There is not right or wrong answers in this situation. It just depends of each person. I just shared you whatever it works for me, and hoping that it will work for you as well, but feel free to tweak and adjust to your case. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. I'm so happy that you're here. Before I go, per usual, don't forget, don't give up for just one more day. Thank you guys, and I'll see you soon. Bye.